Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Grizzly and we are live tonight with the D12 Elite Battle. It looks like we are at Erangel tonight, guys, and the match is about to take off, so don't go anywhere. Enjoy the soundtrack, and I'll be back to take you guys through the lineups and of course through the rest of this match.
Waiting to watch the world burn. Until we feel like it's enough. All reactions to your miscalculation.
Looks like the plane has taken off, guys, and it's time for us to get that in-game audio going for you all. And let's take a look at this plane path. So, a south to northeast plane path originating at Millie Base and heading over towards slightly a little bit south of Kameshki, it appears. A bunch of teams have jumped off the South Island already, and Team STW I can see are already making their way towards Millie Base. At least 4 teams headed towards Novorepnoya crates. That action should be fun to watch. A bunch of teams headed further east, maybe towards Milta and even Milta Power. Teams jumping off central to the island and headed towards Rozok, perhaps even the school or school apartments. A big chunk of teams looks like they are heading towards the northern island. Perhaps will stop at Yasnaya. It's hard for us to speculate at this point. More teams jumping off towards the northeast, as we can see towards on our screens, perhaps headed towards Lipovka. So a bunch of hot drops that I can think about, but for now we're going to head straight at Puchinki, where shots have already been exchanged. We have this lineup on slot number 24. It looks like an MGM lineup tonight. They've got Shocks, Happy, Addy and MGM San in their lineup. Jumped on the first set of crates and looking to pick up loot. Another team that have jumped not far away from them is Team AKHB, and they've got Kunal, Koto, Thakur and Arav in their lineup tonight. He can see members of Slay in front of him, I'm pretty sure, but not taking any shots. He's picked up a DP28, can do significant damage with that weapon. Another team that has jumped Novorepnoya crates is Team Slay, and this is their lineup tonight. They've got Styles, Savage, Pencil and Priest. Pencil here just picking up that Scorpion. No other guns around him for now. Another team is the Lord team, who put in a strong performance in yesterday's match. They've managed only 3 players in tonight. Frozen 2, OP, Pony and Cyanide in the Lord lineup tonight. Another team in Novorepnoya crates, it appears to be Team RDB. And let me confirm that for you guys. My apologies, I thought it was Team RDB, but it does not look like they have jumped here. So 4 teams at Novorepnoya. We'll come back to this action as and when it intensifies. Over at Military Base, we've got Team STW, and this is their lineup. Ghastly, Naresh, Shanks and Venom OP. Venom PT, my apologies. No teams around them at Millie Base, so we'll look to just pick up as much loot as they can and move towards the North Island. Over at Milta, it looks like we have a couple of members of Team Blind. In fact, this is Team Blind's lineup tonight. Nick, Soldier, Psycho and Evos. It does look like the Psycho has officially moved from Team Soul to Team Blind. I can confirm that I did check his page a little bit earlier on. But right now it looks like Team D12 are getting into a fight against Team number 5, and a member of a Team of Group has been taken down and eliminated, as well as Zal goes down. Zal from Team D12 is knocked, but not without taking enough damage from Team Rook. As you guys can see, Rosh, RR and Maddie Funk have been knocked and finished as well. So Kinetic and Gabby have some work to do here. Kinetic does have a Tommy gun in his hands across from Team Zal, a fair distance away. In fact, I wonder where the rest of where Gabby is, and Gabby as well, a safe distance away from Teams D12 and Blind. Psycho here has arrived. He's managed to pick up an AKM from somewhere and has now made his way into the main Milta down as Nick here picks up a knock on a member of IGNT, and we have an IGNT lineup tonight, guys. This is what it looks like. We have Scary, Jellu, and Shadow. It looks like Psycho has pushed very close to them as he moves to a more advanced position, trying to get a knock as Scary gets taken down and finished. In fact, Scary gets knocked as well. So Team IGNT just picked up a revive on Shadow and are down another player again. Psycho here, he's got a nade in his hands. He's trying to go for the finish on Scary perhaps, but are being targeted by both Team Blind, Team D12 as well as Team Rook. As Evo's Blind here gets knocked by a member of Team D12 over from the other side, so they're getting involved in this action as well. Team Rook for now have fallen back. IGNT, let's try to get a status update on them, and it looks like Scary and Jellu have both been eliminated. It is down to Shadow, who is desperately trying to get those bandages on and get his HP back up, but certainly does have a tough position in front of him. He's got the whole of Team Blind, of course, and the whole of Team D12, and this will make for some entertaining action. The whole of Team D12 up against pretty much the whole of Team Blind. I'm assuming that Evos has been revived, and there you go, he has. A lot of footsteps around here. Nick Blind is on top of this building trying to get a view on members of Team D12. He may have spotted Deadpool behind this broken wall as he possibly is going to plan for a nade. Zaddy over on the other side in a more advanced position at the other wall. He's got a Uzi in his hands. Both teams cautious now as they don't want to commit in this fight early on, so we're gonna have to come back here, guys, as action unfolds elsewhere. IGNT, I can confirm, are reduced to their last player, and another team that sits idly by as this fight transpires in front of them is Team Rook, as we saw earlier. Rosh RR and Maddie Funk getting pushed by Team D12. Kinetic and Cabby were forced to retreat, and dividends perhaps from that fallback as they still survive in this fight. Psycho has joined Nick on the roof of this building, and both players have got nades. As Nick here will get shots from D12's Zal and get a knock as well with that DP28. Just tap firing it away. Good shots from Zal, Team D12.
Nice slap, boys. Nice, boys. Nice. GG.
And this fight here is going to take its time. Nick has been revived, it does appear. Can you put him on timeout? You have that option? Put him on timeout. So it looks like Team D12 are in an advantageous position, as it looks like Team Blind has conceded a bunch of knocks. Psycho is the last player alive, and D12 will take advantage of that man advantage that they did have over Team Blind, securing that squad wipe on them. So early exit for Team Blind in this match from Milter. Over at Pachinki, it looks like there are no teams at all. Let's head over now to team number 4. This is Team Oath. They got all 4 players in: ZMN, Explosive, Myth, OP, and Blaze. Myth OP does appear to be at Georgia Pole Containers alone, and the rest of this team are at North George. Heading over now to Team Seal, it appears, who is on top slot number 23, have jumped South Georgia Pole, and this is their lineup tonight. Any Satan, Trippy, not being able to bring in a 4th player today, unfortunately. Another team at South George, it appears. It is a couple of members of Team FTW, perhaps on slot number 25. This is Ezio and Payne will be duo squadding it tonight. Elsewhere, we've got Team ORB, or at least one member of Team ORB on slot number 9. They got Joker, Nexus, and Troy in their lineup tonight, down to the southwest part of this island. In slot number 2, guys, is a Thug lineup, and this is what they look like: Rohan, Charge, Sneh, and Marksman in their lineup. Thanks so much, folks, for being in the chat. We got 15 people. Blind Satan, what's up? Blind Satan, thank you so much for being here, man. Rocky Handsome, screen pause, bro. It will resume shortly. It's actually, I was trying to do something else on my laptop, and I think it clogged up the RAM. But it should get freed up in about a few seconds. But I know that that action between Team Blind and D12 we definitely missed. Looks like the fight at Milta has intensified, and D12's Deadpool is down, and it looks like they have eliminated a member of Team Rook, as Kinetic is the last player alive, and I can confirm that Gabby has gone down under this D12 push as more players come in, and Kinetic might find himself 1v3 against the whole of the D12 lineup. He tries to push in, and Zal will try to get those shots on him. Rook has made his way up and is trying to get a third-person peek behind these stairs. And what a finish from Zaddy from D12, getting an Uzi spray in and confirming that finish on Team Rook. So early exit for them as well. There was another team here at Milta, but it does look like Team D12 have picked up have picked up the fight at Milta and have come out on top. In fact, picked up a total team kill count of 9, and I think exiting at least 3 squads, including a Team Blind. So we are down to our last 50 players, guys. 4 teams still in it. Let's head over now to Lipovka, where it looks like there are 2 teams up against each other. And here is an RB lineup on slot number 19. They've got Punisher, Panther, Rider, and Alpha in their lineup tonight. They are face to face with members from team number 3, and it's not quite clear which team this is. I think this is a Skull lineup. I can't be quite sure. Both teams exchanging knocks here as Ripper goes down, and a member of RB getting taken down and getting confirmed as well. As Panther will pick up a reverse knock on a member of that team. So Team Skull here looking weak. Down to just their last player. It is Pain Shark. He's got a UMP9 in his hands as he braces for impact, as RB Alpha is to his left. He needs to watch out here, and Alpha will outsmart him to pick up that squad wipe. Team Skull with an early exit tonight, albeit RB have lost Punisher early on. They have managed to pick up 4 kills, and we came in just in time to pick up that action at Lipovka. I'm glad I did that. Over at School Apartments, this is a Myth lineup, guys. They've got Devil, Skazi, Vanch, and Artemis in their lineup. Excited to watch this match as well. Screen stuck, guys. Let me know if the screen is back up now. It should be okay. I had to change a few settings. But do let me know in the chat if the stream is still stuck. On slot number 20, we've got a team D2K, and they've got a Demon, Simple, and Slash in their lineup tonight, only managing 3 members in. Are currently at this bridge between these two islands, perhaps planning to bridge camp here. And I've seen a few teams do this. It can be effective, but they have a very short runway to get those shots in and secure a knock. But definitely teams will not expect it, so the element of surprise will definitely be on their side. It looks like at Ruins, our team Oath have eliminated completely that team. They suffered 2 knocks. Myth, OP, and Blaze are down, but it looks like they have been the exit for the team. Let me just confirm that for you. Yes, it was Team Seal that was on slot number 23. As Team Oath pick up 3 team kills in this match. Another team exiting early here. We are down to our last 42 players, guys. 12 teams still in this match. Catching up with Team D12 again, and I'm just trying to make check where they positionally are. So as you guys can see, they are at this first settlement that you will come across as you are exiting Nova Repnoya through that bridge and entering the main island, perhaps having ideas of bridge camping, but for now looking like they want to move further in. On slot number 14, guys, we got Team King, and this is their lineup tonight. Ash, XD, Amit, Zebra, and Bomber in their lineup. They managed to pick up 1 team kill already early on, but for now, looking comfortable in the center of the zone, if I may. Over at Yasnaya, and in fact making their way back from us, Yasnaya is Team Raw, and this is their lineup tonight. Marcos, Zero YT, Dexter, and Neotox. They managed to pick up 4 kills, so it looks like they did have a team for company at Yasnaya Polyana, and have in fact managed to come out on top of that fight. So looking strong, all 4 players in, and I'm sure we'll be hoping for a high finish in tonight's match. Team D2K are still in that play zone here, camping that bridge. Winners from yesterday's custom match in the D12 Elite Battle, looking at possibly falling back for now as they get into the US and making their way back into the play zone. A zone shift here, as we can see. It looks like school apartments, school buildings. The zone is centering around very centrally to the main island. For now, a fight between Team Thug and members of team number 4, it appears, in the settlement, which incidentally was the last zone yesterday, guys, if you remember. As Thug Rohan here going down with a Kar98 shot from a member of Team Oath, as Oath ZMN going down as well. So both teams exchanging knocks at the same time, but a fair distance away from each other. Myth OP has got an 8-time scope on his Kar98. He has spotted Thug Sneh, who's on top of this building, nearly missing that headshot on Sneh. Sneh is definitely teasing him. He knows that he's got a K9 scope on him. Sneh, on the other hand, has a 4 times on his AUG, so this is definitely no match. Sneh cannot afford to stay still for a second, because Myth OP will take him down with that K9 shot. The Explorian, what's up, man? Thanks so much for coming back. Of course, man, you were in my last stream. Thanks so much for being here. This is the room that I was telling you about a little bit earlier. This is the D12 Elite Battle. Some OP lineups in this room. I really look forward to streaming this one every night. Elsewhere, it looks like Team AKHP are in a fight, and let's go ahead and check out that action. It looks like AKHP are in a fight against a couple of teams, in fact, as Koto here has been, Koto and Thakur have both been eliminated, and just as I tuned in, it looks like Arav has gone down as well, and these are shots from Team King towards the southwest side of Kunal, who is now the last player alive. He's going to try and pop a painkiller and see what options are available to him. Do not make that peak, my friend. Because Team King are sending in angry shots at him. In fact, pre-firing both sides of those trees, as we can see. Kunal now deciding to fall back, and that is definitely a good choice. Maybe trying to pick up a little bit of loot from his friend's crate before making the push into the zone. Team Raw here may be getting into a fight against Team Myth, and we'll be sure to catch that. In fact, Zero YT has gone down with a nade, it appears, from a member of Team Myth. It might have been Artemis, I can't quite be sure. Neotox is immediately going for that revive, trying to get him up. A nade coming in and blowing open that door, as you guys can see. The stream has just paused for a second, guys, and I'll be back momentarily. Apologies for the brief interruption. We don't want to miss this fight over at School Apartments, as you guys can see. So it looks like Zero YT is back up, and Team Myth have now made their way into the same building. Skazi and Vansh certainly contemplating making the push up the stairs. It can be quite tricky when you got 4 players camped up on top on the first floor, as is the situation here. Downstairs, we've got Skazi getting a third-person peek on that staircase. Deciding that they want to in fact change buildings and smoking out the exit, it appears, is Team Myth. Not wanting to make the push up the stairs, and perhaps Dexter has noticed the smokes, or maybe has heard the footsteps, and is probably relaying that information onto the rest of his team. So for now, both these teams are content with just sitting in separate buildings across from each other. More fights breaking out elsewhere. It appears to be in the center of the zone, as Team FTW have gone down in a flash. Perhaps at the hands of Team Thug, as they have lost a couple of players in exchange, but they will be able to recover thanks to that man advantage they do have. Rohan and Marksman did go down temporarily, but it looks like they are back up and looking strong, picking up 2 team kills already. The zone has shifted yet again, and it looks like this is going to be a king of the hill battle, as Team Thug have positioned themselves on top of this ridge. Team Oath is nearby, definitely challenging that position. A member of Team STW going down in the play zone as they made their way from down south. You guys can see at the bottom of your screens. In fact, he's the only player down south, and may have in fact been AFK as well. So STW is forced to continue on in this match with just 3 players. Ghastly here in front of the whole Team King lineup up on this ridge, as you guys can see. Team STW currently hold up in these 2 houses just below this mountain. Team D12 may be in more action yet again, as 2 members of Team D12 are low on HP. And it does appear that they have eliminated a team, and I can't be quite sure which team it was, but there was a fight here, and Team D12 have come out on top. In fact, picked up a total team kill count of 13, and looking strong and well set inside the zone. As you guys can see, Team King now taking that fight to Team Thug. As you guys can see, making a push out in the open is Bomber. Elsewhere, the fight between Team Raw and team number 16 seems to have intensified as well. STW have joined the party, it appears, as Team Raw have made that move and they've moved in straight towards the settlement where STW was, as Ghastly has gone down as well. So they are down to the last two players. It is Naresh and Shanks. Shanks here trying to get smokes out into this house, so trying to delay that push in, but they should anticipate any second now that Team Raw will take advantage of this man advantage that they do have. Zero YT going down from a VSS spray from King Amit over on top of the stage inside the sniper tower, as you guys can see. And all of a sudden, there is another team involved in this fight, and it's not just Team Raw versus Team STW. Team King want to get involved as well. Over there is Team RB, who are looking, they're down a couple of players. Punisher we saw losing out earlier on. Panther is knocked but will get revived. Ryder and Alpha are still in this match. Team Oath have pushed this team on slot number 9, and it looks like one player is down already. Urge Joker is down as Nexus will go for the revive. ORB Troy trying to get shots on members of Team Oath as they push in. And this is going to start to become really hectic. Team D12 is around the corner. A ZMN goes down from a Nexus M416 spray, as he now has time to go for that revive on Joker. Zaddy from D12 has just driven past like a badass in this settlement in a buggy here, not attracting any shots. However, both teams are very focused on just picking up those revives. In fact, ZMN has been eliminated. So Team Oath are now down to just 3 players, and it looks like team number 3, team number 9 have decided to make the move out as well, and that was a good choice for them. Both teams in UASs. This settlement is starting to look more and more hectic, guys, and we're going to try and cover this action for you. But just to summarize, Team King is up this ridge on the north side of this hill. We've got teams Raw and STW in these 2 buildings. 2 members of D12 below Team STW as well, so expect a fight here. Perhaps Team STW are content with not giving any footsteps, and is that the game plan? It does appear to be the game plan for now. Naresh and Shanks hoping that members of Team D12 will just make the push up this settlement and suffer a knock or 2. On the other side, of course, in the next building is Team Raw, and Team D12's Zal is here as well. RB Ryder here taking a knock on a member of Team Raw. And where is Team RB? That is where they are, far outside the zone. They have some thinking to do here. They got 3 players in, but how are they going to approach this? As a second knock on a member of Team Raw, and this one is a confirmation as Dexter goes out. Zero YT might be able to get revived. Neotox is forced into a more defensive position, as it does look like Zero YT will go down as well. So Team Raw losing a couple of players in this absolute chaotic last zone. We have 23 players still in, guys, and take a look at this final zone. More shots coming in. This time STW Shanks will get a knock on RB's Alpha, as Azal have now finally noticed that there is a team hold up above them, and they will push, and at the cost of Deadpool going down temporarily, will pick up that squad wipe on Team STW. And just as they were picking up that revive, Neotox from Raw over from the other side of this building picks up a knock and a finish as well, and that will be trouble for Team D12. As they are going to be reduced to their last player. It appears that is Zal, who's the only player who will make it out of that play zone. What is the game plan here for Team Raw? They're trying to first aid up, and they need to move up as well. Up on top of this ring, it looks like Team King is in a fight with Team Oath. Zebra here going prone as he came under heavy fire from explosive, and what a nade that was from a member of Team King. I think it was King Bomber, and aptly named. What a nade that was, that took down that last player. And Team Oath are now reduced to their last player, guys. It is Blaze, who's got a DP28 and a 3x scope on him. And I think his alternative weapon does look like a barrel, but Bomber with that MK14 is going to take down Team Oath, and that will be the exit for them. Team King looking strong tonight as well. It looks like we are down to our last two teams, guys, and I'm not sure how this happened. But this is going to be a 4v2. Team King looking strong, and possibly my contenders to pick up tonight's chicken dinner. It is a 4v2. Where is the other team? Which is the other team is another question that I would like to ask at this point of time. It is the team on slot number 9. 2 players in, ORB's Troy and Nexus here. Troy parking that US, immediately attracting so much cover fire. He needs to watch out. This vehicle is going to blow up. Bomber is relentless with that MK14 spray from up top on this ridge. That was definitely a mistake. Troy getting into that US, getting knocked instantly, and that will be tonight's chicken dinner. This is going to go the way of Team King. What a strong performance from them, bringing up a total team kill count of 10. Zebra with 1 kill, Amit with 1 kill, Bomber with 4 kills, and Ash XD picking up 4 kills. Good performance, and GG's for picking up tonight's chicken dinner in the D12 Elite Battle. In second position is the team on slot number 9. It was Joker, Troy, and Nexus not being able to secure any kills on for themselves, but finishing second nonetheless, and that is definitely worth mentioning. Well played to pick up that second position in tonight's room, guys. Team Oath finishing on third position. We saw Blaze up until the very end, getting thoroughly outnumbered, really, to be honest, against Team King. But doing well to pick up the third position. Blaze with 2 kills, Explosive with 2 kills, and Myth OP picking up 3 kills. A total team kill count of 7. And GG's to this team as well for finishing third. What an intense game it was, and it was hard to really tell how the numbers reduced in that final zone, and suddenly it was a 4v2, and of course that mistake from ORB Troy to sit in the duas at a very wrong time. Perhaps should have thrown out a smoke before he did that. But nonetheless, all teams did well, and GG's to each and every one of the players in this room. I'm going to take you guys through the rest of the standings so you all can see how your teams did. And don't go anywhere, because we'll be back to announce tonight's MVP. Until then, please do enjoy the soundtrack, and I'll be back. Tonight's MVP award will be Zal from Team D12 for picking up those 7 kills and OP performance from him. A little bit disappointed, I'm sure they would be in the end, getting third-partied by Team Raw while the Blue Zone started moving in and had to settle for spot number 4. But well played nonetheless to Zal from Team D12 and for Team D12 for picking up position number 4. Thanks so much for the 8 folks who are still in the chat. I really appreciate all of you all for being here. Priyansh Bafna, भाई इतना इंग्लिश नहीं प्लीज ब्रो, क्या करूँ, इंग्लिश ही आता है मेरे को सही से. Thanks so much all of you all for being in the chat. Appreciate it so much. If you guys enjoyed this content, please do smash that like button, and if you think content like this will interest you going forward, please do click on that subscribe button and the bell icon as well so you get notified on when I go live. I try to stream Elite Customs every night between 8:30 to 11:30 p.m. So watch out for the content coming out of my channel. Feel free to share it with your friends on Discord, on WhatsApp, the whole deal, guys, and I'll be super grateful. But for now, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. On your way out, please enjoy the soundtrack. This one is Watch the World Burn by Paul Flint.